Yeah.
Welcome once again to another edition of Geek Culture Congress. I'm one of your hosts, always Louis Speedy Jr. Gonzalez, accompanied by Micaela. Micaela,
Hello.
how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
You're doing well?
Yeah,
Great.
really
It's just me and you today.
It's us two.
So what's going on? Tell me, you know what? You didn't yell at me last week.
I didn't.
And we talked about this too, and we planned it. I even had it on my list, and we did not talk about it. But you got to go to Avengers Campus over there in Disneyland, California.
All the way to the other coast. It was fun.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about something that's not easily attainable for us to go to? I'm sure it's a long wait and everything, huh?
I have to say it is worth the trip out there.
Really?
As a Disney fan, and two, as a Marvel fan. I know Disney owns Marvel, so technically the same thing. But it is an ever-changing land. And they're not wrong about that, because the week that I went was the episode of Loki where you saw the President Loki. When you saw all the different types of Lokis pop up in that like limbo state. Yes, so the President Loki was there meeting guests.
I saw
really
one of
cool.
your socials. You recorded them.
I did. Yeah, on my YouTube channel, Adult Adventure Time. Sorry, I'm like all over the place. Adult Adventure Time. If you go there, we have all the stuff out there. But it's so cool how you could definitely see the characters evolving from the MCU and like into the land. And they even had Black Widow in her snowsuit.
Oh, nice.
Because Black Widow came out that week, the same week. So, I mean, it's a great experience. Right now, if you are penny pinching, I don't suggest going out there until their second ride in the land opens.
There's only one?
Well, I should say the third ride. There's three rides.
Oh, there's three rides? Okay. So
but one's not open yet.
Break it down for us, because I'm completely oblivious.
That's
I just know the Spider-Man thing.
Yes.
You know, it's it, because I've seen the front of the comic book.
Right.
They put it on the front of one of the web Spider-Man comic books.
So right now, there's two rides. One opened in phase one years ago, like back in 2016, I believe it was, 2016, 2017. It was Guardians of the Galaxy.
And they're going to put that in Epcot. They're doing
they're
a
doing
version, a different version of it?
Yeah, they're doing a Cosmic Rewind, which is a roller coaster out in Epcot.
Okay.
So it's a different experience.
So
if you've ridden the Tower of Terror, it's pretty much that, but you're on a mission with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and you're in Tendelier Tavon's collection.
Yeah.
And you're seeing all the things in his collection, including Cosmo. Like, there's different little Easter eggs in the queue. So that ride came out a while ago. Still a great ride to ride. But the new ride is the Web Slingers, which is the Spider-Man ride. And what's cool about that is that you are actually, it's like a game. You're like playing in your seat. And if you've been to Disney before, if you've been to Universal, those rides where, if similar to Toy Story Midway Mania, if you've ever been to Hollywood Studios here in Florida before, that it's like you're playing carnival games. It's similar to that, but the whole premise is that Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, made these spider bots that start replicating and like taking over Avengers Campus. So it's your job to help Spider-Man with this new technology they made to be able to sling webs. And you just do it with your hands. You're just like shooting these webs.
Okay,
yeah,
so
it's
you
really
don't
cool.
have a gun like in Universal Studios.
It's your actual
something?
yeah. It's just your arms, and it's like, I thought it was BS, to be honest. I was like, they're not actually like measuring our movement here. But right when you get on the ride, it shows like you, and then when you start swinging your hands, it like picks up like what you're doing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like insane. So there's like certain spider bots that like are more points, and you're trying to like, as a team, like the four of you in your little pod are trying to like get the most points. So it's really cool. It's a really cool experience for any family that wants to like go and you're a huge Spider-Man fan. But it's nothing. It's great. Don't get me wrong. It's a great ride, but I am really excited for their next ride to open, which is like the Quinjet, like the Avengers Quinjet ride to open.
Okay, that's
so
dope.
that one's going to be way more intense. That's not open yet, but
so they have the Guardians of the Galaxy. So that's on a roller coaster?
That one's the dropping.
Oh, okay, the dropping thing.
It drops, and you're on a little adventure, and then the other one, it's not intense. The Spider-Man one is literally just you're in this pod and you're like moving from room to room, and you're just like hitting those spider bots.
So is it similar to like the Universal Spider-Man ride? It's like you're in a car like that?
No, it's like nothing like it.
No, really? Okay.
No, it's like nothing like it.
Nice.
I almost wish it was more like that because, in my opinion, I do love the Spider-Man ride.
Yeah.
In Disney and Avengers Campus, but if you ride it a couple times, you're just like, okay, next. Oh, I want something else. But I get what Disney's trying to do, like similar to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, where they have a ride that is, the guests get to be a part of the mission.
Yeah.
And then there's the other ride where it's like more immersive, but you're just along for the ride. And I'm the type of person that likes to just be along for the ride and see all the fun stuff, not really have to work for it. So I'm hoping that's what the Quinjet ride is about. But I think the highlight of the whole land is two things: the character meet and greets and the shows, because they have a Doctor Strange show that is like out of this world.
Really?
It's real. It's so much fun that you get to just sit and like watch Doctor Strange like perform his magic. It's a magic show, practically.
Right.
And then there's also Okoye from the Dora Milaje. They have a show that she teaches like people in the audience how to be part of the Dora Milaje, and so much fun. And then also the food. The food is fantastic. If you're a big Ant-Man fan, then you'll love it because they use pin particles to make food look smaller or larger. And the best thing on the menu was this not so little chicken sandwich that, no joke, the chicken piece was like bigger than my head.
Wow.
And then the bun was like this miniature bun as big as my fist. So it's like this huge chicken with this little tiny bun, but it was delicious. And then they also had this like huge giant pretzel.
So how did you eat it?
How'd I eat it?
Yeah.
You just lift it up. I lift it up by the bun, or you could just take a fork and a knife.
Okay.
But I just think it's cool how immersive, Disney is like really into making you feel like you're a part of the Avengers.
So
really cool.
Would you feel like you had to wait like you had to like get into like a virtual queue and stuff like that to get on things?
Just be prepared if you're ever going to ride something new at Disney. You're going to have to be in a virtual queue.
Yeah,
and,
I hate that thing.
I know, but I had to say the Spider-Man one was easier to get on than Rise of the Resistance.
Really?
So you still have to do it super early in the
morning. I don't know, because I had a plan. I was like, when I did the Star Wars one, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get in or wake up early in the morning and get on for the morning one. I didn't wake up in time.
No.
So I literally was like, okay, I'm literally gonna stand there in Disney World. I'm gonna wait at 2:00 to get on the second one. And I got on the second one. I think I shed a tear because I was like,
you
so
got
happy.
in,
I was
though?
like, yeah, I got in.
My.
Oh yeah, it was like the last thing I rode. And then I said the park closed because it made me wait so long too.
Right.
Even because I was in the virtual queue, I still waited like an hour.
Yeah.
Or longer than that actually.
I don't know. I don't know. I think this ride, just because they could fit more people and it's not as many moving parts as Rise of the Resistance, that they could push more people through it. So it's easier to get easier to get a boarding group for web slingers, but it still goes out super fast.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not no lag that you're like, this
a couple
sucks.
seconds more.
Really?
Couple seconds.
A couple
more
seconds. That's horrible.
A couple seconds more. I know.
If I go 1, 2, then you shoot.
Oh
like
no!
that?
I thought you meant like
in the game part.
The game. No.
In the Spider-Man thing.
Oh no! It's like an instant.
Oh,
it's
okay.
like you're swinging your hands, but you don't need to do like the Spider-Man fingers. But if you just have your fist and you're like shooting it, it's like very fast.
Really? Okay. Oh.
I
should have made it. If you don't go like this, it doesn't work.
No, I know. I wish. But the thing is, like, if little kids can't do that, then it'll be like
then they can't play.
You can't get a virtual queue if you can't do this.
Yeah, that's it. Make them pay. They must do it correctly. Anyway,
so much fun, and there's so many Easter eggs in this land. You gotta check out our video. It's like so much stuff. Like some of the kids that are part of.
I'm gonna put the link up and for the people that are watching us on Checkpoint XP's Twitch channel. Shouts out to Alto. Shouts out to How Gaming. He's like, hey, y'all ain't Nerd Radio. Get off. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. And then cause every time I update the stream info and we go live, it leaves the old info on the Twitch channel. Yeah. So every time we go live, it says if it was Checkpoint XP.
The previous live.
Yeah, it shows it sends the alert on the phones. So no matter what I change it to here before we go live, it still sends the previous alert, the previous info. I guess I don't have the administrative powers of the channel to actually change the alerts that go on the phone. But when the video's done, all the info's right. So,
interesting.
Yeah, still Twitch complaints. I will send a memo to Twitch right away.
So much. And the Easter eggs in Avengers Campus insane because, you know,
it's on the Adult Adventure Time?
Yeah, Adult Adventure Time.
Adult.
There is so with Web is a organization that was founded by Tony Stark.
I found you guys. I found you.
Tony Stark that like founded and like funded it, you know, as he does because he's rich.
Right.
And all the kids that are part of this Web, you know, this organization. One of them.
Sorry to interrupt you before you continue.
Yeah.
A look at the entertainment and character meet and greets and Avengers. Is that the video?
Yeah, there's like.
Oh no, there's a whole bunch.
There's a whole bunch. We have a whole bunch. We have a whole bunch.
I'm just gonna put the channel.
Yeah,
up
put the channel
everyone.
up. There's a bunch of videos up there, and you could like check out our time. There's even like attachments that you could buy to put on your hands to play the game that my fiance actually bought. You know, the web slinger for it. And we actually talk about if it's worth it or not.
Is it worth it?
No.
Because I saw it, I was like, I want to buy that. I wanted to buy the bot.
It's so fun though.
The spider bot that you had. I was gonna send you a message and be like, "Yo, buy me one, and I'll send you the money."
Oh dang. Okay, yeah. So I think I want to buy a spider bot next time I go.
But you could just order those, right?
No.
No, you can't. You gotta get them at the
Disneyland. I know.
I hate Disney. They're like
one day they'll have it outside.
The evil emperor.
They are.
You will pay.
But we all just end up paying anyway.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, so much fun. They have a bar there too. There's a PIM tasting lab, a PIM test kitchen.
Nice.
The alcohol drinks were amazing. We got a flight of beer. Yeah, you check out our food video. We try out all the food. We have shawarma. They have shawarma. So if you saw Avengers 1, you know, shawarma.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of fun stuff. Wow. It's not a small land, but it's not as big as like Tomorrowland.
Okay.
But there's still a lot of stuff going on.
It's probably built so they could expand on it.
Yep.
So it's probably like a lot of empty back lot that they have it blocked off or something.
You'll see it though if you go to the ride, or I think we might have it in our video.
Right.
Yeah, we do for the Spider-Man ride one, the walkthrough, the Avengers Campus. We get put in a back queue space. That's so much room back there.
Oh wow.
I'm like, see, there's like room for expansion.
Oh yeah.
So you never know who you are going to see in the land because they already started hiring people to play the Eternals.
Nice.
So just keep your eyes peeled. If you ever go to California, you might see more characters that I didn't get to see.
I want to go. I need to take a California trip. I want to go to San Diego Comic-Con, and a bunch of stuff happened they did their little Comic-Con at home. And of course, we're entering here in Florida. We're entering Comic-Con time season.
Yep.
We have a big thing going on in the Tampa Bay Comic-Con. We have our own panel at Saturday, 7:30 p.m. here in Tampa Bay Comic-Con. That's the Tampa Convention Center. We are in room 7. We will have Javier Lugo, comic book artist. Also, we will have my friend Billy Young, who we've had on the show multiple times when we did the E3 thing with his Devious Eye Entertainment.
That's so fun.
And yeah, so we're going to have a good time there for an hour or so and talk geek, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Live with you guys. Yeah, and so I invite you guys to join us.
Yeah, go get tickets to the show.
Yeah. I invite you guys to join us and have a good time. And Saturday, you know, wrap up your Saturday with us at room 7 over there in Tampa Bay Comic-Con.
And if you get access to the Comic-Con, you can go to other panels, too.
Oh, yeah. They got panels all day and all night. I think the panels and festivities go all the way to midnight.
Oh, yeah. So you're going to have a good old time.
Once the floor closes, they keep going, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so... let's keep on talking about you actually got to see something I haven't had the chance to go see yet.
Oh.
Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes.
Which is
a lot of mixed reviews on this.
Yeah. It's apparently the attempt to reboot the G.I. Joe franchise, or at least the beginnings of it. And just give us the spoiler skivvy, you know, how you feel about it. You've been exposed to G.I. Joe before?
Yeah, I have.
80s
it's
cartoons?
Definitely yes, but it's definitely I wanted to compare it to the movies.
You know?
No, it's all right. I wanted to compare it to like the old movies, you know, with Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
It's better than those.
Okay.
I have to say it's better than that. So your hopes are high here. And the martial arts in it
are good.
It's really good.
Really?
Yes, I think it's phenomenal. It's just a story about, you know, Snake Eyes growing up as a kid that his dad was hunted and killed. A spoiler alert. But the thing is, like, it happens so early in the movie that I don't even consider it a spoiler, because it just knocks you with it.
It goes really fast. So
it goes fast at first, and then it starts slowing down. So the pace is not the best in the movie, but you just see this guy that he grew up, saw his father pass away because he got murdered, and then the kid has been on the run ever since, and he's a fighter. He's like a street fighter.
Don't spoil it too much.
I won't spoil it too much, but what I'm saying here is that like this is what he does, and then he gets recruited by someone to like, you know, also kind of be an assassin or like take arms, like, you know, weapons.
Okay.
And put them. He really works for this guy who like takes, you know, weapons and brings them across the pond or across the sea.
Okay.
To be able to, I won't spoil too much, but you know, he gets mixed up into something else.
All right. So give it your best 5 out of 5 being the best, 1 being the worst. How you feel about the movie?
I thought it was a solid 3. It wasn't the best, but it also wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen. I think what gave it, you know, that 3 for me was that, well, I love Henry Golden, the guy who plays Snake Eyes. He's one of my favorite actors. And the martial arts.
You're biased
I know,
already.
I'm a little biased. But
biased.
The martial arts in the movie I thought were incredible, but they could have done more with it.
Yeah?
They had so many people who were martial artists in the movie, and they did not give them the time of day.
Really? Well, because I think it was about him, right?
Yeah, it was about him, but there's portions in it where there's training, and they didn't focus as much on the martial arts that I thought they would. But you'll see in the movie that there are some, you know, plots that don't make sense, not in the sense of, hey, this is the movie that's not supposed to really make sense, but mostly that common sense. Like when you see the characters, I can't really spoil it. Maybe next week when we all watch it, we'll talk more into it. But there's some plots in it that are like, really? That's really how it happened?
Well,
I'm not for that, but it kind of failed in the box office. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's not performing well. It's not doing well.
That movie Old from M. Night Shyamalan beat it this week, which I'm very sad about that.
Well, I think it has a lot to do because, you know, there's a lot more lore to the G.I. Joe stuff. You know, it's like, because the Snake Eyes thing, we kind of, if G.I. Joe fans, we kind of know, like, the original lore was like, you know, he was trained by the Hard Master. His brother was Storm Shadow. That's why they have that rivalry.
Yeah.
Storm Shadow.
And that's
Storm Shadow killed the Hard Master. And, you know, but I'm sure they completely probably.
No, that's like different.
Didn't even do that.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's different.
So that's already like turned off. Like all the old school guys like me that grew up on the comic books and stuff like that. We're already like, eh. Yeah. That's why I haven't gone seen it yet, because I already know I'm going to be like, eh.
If you don't think about the old times, the old days.
I'm an old man.
I
got all these white hairs on my face. Look.
That's all right.
They're coming out. See?
But if you don't think about that, I'll be like Tarek here. Don't expect too much from him.
Don't expect too much.
Don't expect too much. But I thought it was pretty decent. I don't know, for a new generation of G.I. Joe fans.
A new telling.
But there is talks that they're not gonna use this to, you know, spark the new.
Oh, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is a segue to my next subject here, because our friends at geekositymag.com, shouts out to Mickey Sutton, who is the CEO and scooper there on that website. They dropped this little gem here. G.I. Joe likely rebooted again for inevitable Transformers movie crossover. So
he's saying that Snake Eyes is going to be out?
They're saying that the Snake Eyes thing, like, is not doing well, right? Mm-hmm. So let's dive into it here. When G.I. Joe crosses over with the Transformers, they likely won't be attached to Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
The G.I. Joe makeover launched this weekend to negative reviews and weak box office. In fact, moviegoers slapped Snake Eyes with a tiny $13.35 million. While the pandemic is hurting theatrical attendance again, insiders explained that Snake Eyes opening is seriously disappointing when even grading on a curve. Geekosity owner-in-chief Mickey Sutton Scoops the G.I. Joe Transformers crossover film nearly a decade ago in September 2020. Now, G.I. Joe and Transformers producer Lorenzo Di Bonaventura believes that it's inevitable for the two franchises to merge into one cinematic universe. He's well known for producing Constantine in 2005, Stardust 2007, and Red in 2010. But he also produced all the live-action Transformers, including Bumblebee and the upcoming Rise of the Beast. We've already seen a bunch of scoops about that. He also did Snake Eyes as well. In a recent interview, Uproxx asked him if Transformers and G.I. Joe will team up since they did in the comics. And he admitted, the truth of the matter is the studio has always been against that. Every regime that has been at Paramount is against it because it's taking two franchises and making them one. But I think it's inevitable.
I want them to team up so bad.
I guess there was another quote that I want to say here, and it was Stephen Caple Jr., known for Creed 2. He's the director of Transformers: Rise of the Beast. The writer of the script is actually, we talked about it, he's Puerto Rican. And he's worked on he worked on Daredevil, he worked on a bunch of stuff. So that's why we're kind of, the Puerto Ricans are exciting for it. Yeah, but
Puerto Rican over
here. So Stephen Caple Jr. said, he was like, why aren't you doing that? Everyone was like, well, try to make a Transformers movie really good. Then we'll talk about that. So
I don't know, Bumblebee was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was really good. I'm not gonna say pretty good. It was better than Snake Eyes.
I think the challenge is just that they got to make a good film first with some interest first, and then they could say, okay, let's start crossing. We're gonna have no good G.I. Joe and no good Transformer movie. You know what I mean? We're just crossing over things.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I think that if whoever wrote, I don't know who wrote Snake Eyes, but if that person wrote the Mortal Kombat movie, we would have been golden. We would have been golden, people. This would have been awesome. If you're going to watch Snake Eyes and you're going to see some similarities to Mortal Kombat, to this Mortal Kombat movie that they just released. Yeah. And you're going to be like, wow, yeah, that could have been a better storyline.
Well, talking about storylines, let's touch something that's not a little lackluster, but I want to touch it anyway because it actually dropped and everyone started sharing the Warner Brothers snipers don't hit us, but we're gonna do it anyway. So here you go. The Flash. Let me say share it first here. Come on, Speedy.
What is this?
This is the Flash first look. Ben Affleck's Batman gets nude suit and bicycle. Oh. Yeah. So this is the Batcycle from the actual filming of the new Flash movie here. So we got some on-set scoop and pictures there, and no cape. No cape action. No. Yeah, no cape action there on the.
Maybe they're going to CGI it in.
Oh yeah, there you go. You see,
CGI.
This is why you're here.
They're definitely going to CGI that. Yeah. Because the thing is, think how dangerous that is to have it on it. Yeah, now.
That's true. We'll see what happens with it.
And Ben Affleck has a woman to to not disappoint.
He's doing well. He's doing very well.
Speaking of Puerto Rican.
Yeah, he's doing very well with J-Lo there. Some stuff that leaked there on the internet. Let's talk about some other leaks here. And this is more of your wheelhouse here. Yeah. Some Funko little preview, I guess.
So is it a list?
I think it's a list. I've been trying to find the official list.
Yeah, there's no official list if it comes out if it looks like an Excel document.
Somebody dropped this on Reddit of all places.
Yeah, Reddit is where it drops.
Yeah. Somebody dropped this on. I'm going to share it because I like being a troublemaker.
If I see it and it looks like the leaks of the Funko, it could be 100%
I don't know.
Right.
Let's see. This is how it looks like. Well, I found the image anyway. In the Google search.
Yeah, it looks like an Excel sheet.
Yeah. No. This is the image right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much this is going to be true.
Yeah. So, I seen other YouTube channels talk about this today, so I kind of wanted to talk about it because we already got the little, you can see the little Spider-Man No Way Home stuff. We already got those little pictures of that stuff. And we also have this list here of the Funkos that they're working on for Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness. So they got a Doctor Strange, of course, Scarlet Witch, America Chavez, which is, if you don't know America Chavez is going to be the movie by now, I think it's probably like the worst kept secret.
Spoilers.
Yeah. So Supreme Wong, Supreme Strange, Defender Wong, Defender Strange, Rintra, Mordo.
Supreme Wong?
Yeah. So that tells me, are they going to go the variant route with some different Wongs and different Stranges there? You think in the movie?
I guess. Did you see that Captain Britain, why can't I talk, is going to show up in Doctor Strange?
Yes.
That is huge.
That's a really unwell kept secret too. We're going to get her first in What If. Yeah. And I guess a lot of those, I think there's a different Doctor Strange that's going to be in the What If as well. And I think that's the one that's going to get introduced.
Oh. Supreme Strange.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it is Supreme Strange. Mm. Yes, it is. Because I saw the Funko already.
Okay. So there you go.
Dang. Okay, well,
Yeah, so Funko's dropping.
This is why I don't like Funko at the same time.
Funko's spilling the beans, man. They're spilling the beans.
They freaking let everything loose. Well, that's the thing. Disney knows that they do this, that all the toy companies love to spoil stuff because they don't have a good, secret keeper inside.
Right.
But at the same time, you got to think Disney and Marvel, they sometimes do this stuff on purpose. Well, they'll tell the toy companies, hey, make toys on XYZ things and we'll approve it and whatever. But then there's so much more that they do not tell the toy companies.
Right.
Like Grogu from Star Wars, like the child, Baby Yoda. No one knew about it because it wasn't put into the toy. Like nobody made any toys from it. So it's like there's so much potential in these toys that they were only scratching the surface here.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is another segue into what I wanted to drop was Star Wars dropped some exclusive posters, I guess, that you can only buy on their little portal from San Diego Comic-Con at Home.
Oh, wow, really?
And they dropped this little tidbit
here. Did it sell out?
I don't know if it's sold out or not, but they dropped this. And let's see if
it's about the new trilogy, I don't want to see it.
Oh, well, it's not necessarily. This is a Star Wars Luke Skywalker trains Grogu as a Jedi on Comic-Con poster. So they dropped this poster right here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I want it.
Look at that. Look at
that.
He's
got
awesome. His lightsaber too and everything. I guess that's a yellow kyber crystal that they're holding up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess his lightsaber is going to be yellow.
Yeah, so they're making his lightsaber.
Yeah.
Well, when can I buy this lightsaber, Disney? Well, that makes me think, okay, so Rey has the same color. Does Rey have Grogu's old one?
I didn't think about that. I did not think about that at all. Wow.
Well,
I don't know.
Well, that's really cool. I want that to hang out of my office. That's cool.
I think it's dope. So apparently you could order it. I don't know if there's a link here or anything like that.
Or it's sold out.
I'm pretty sure you can. You gotta dig in.
These Comic-Con people love them, but they make things sell out real quick. Like speaking of that, Funko is like having the Comic-Con at Home sale this Wednesday or this Thursday. No, next week. I'm sorry, next week. That you just find out if you won the lottery on Wednesday.
Okay. All right. Very well.
Well,
let's see. I think we hit all the things that I wanted to cover today.
But I did want to say that today is the first day filming Loki season 2.
Oh,
we just finished watching it, and now it's already started filming.
Nice.
And it makes me think. I did want to ask you about this because Ant-Man and the Wasp also started filming today.
Okay.
Quantum
Mania. Yeah, so they're going to go deep with the Kang stuff and that.
Yeah. One. So it makes me think. Okay, so Kang is showing up in both. Same Kang?
Well, maybe it could be variants. Remember, it's his variants. And that was.
I think he made that very clear.
I think he made that very clear in the at the end of the episode that we did watch. You know, it's more about his variants and the different versions of him.
So it makes me think that Kang doesn't have as big as a role in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania as we thought.
Oh, I think he's the main bad guy.
You think he's gonna be the main bad guy?
I think
even though he's gonna be filming
I think that's
both?
the Conqueror. That's the big bad version. You know what I mean? I think this one is more the one that may be in the Loki one might be a more malevolent version. You know?
Yeah, but it's gonna be the same actor.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be the same actor.
But what makes me think that is that Loki is filming, and Ant-Man and the Wasp are filming. So this poor guy is gonna be like.
Yeah, he's gonna have multi. He has to play multiple versions of the same character, or with different mannerisms and
he better be getting paid more than Tony Stark.
It's gonna be that's gonna be that's a tall order for any actor to do. You know?
Yeah, it's gonna be insane.
Yeah.
And another big thing about Marvel is that once What If premieres, every single week we're gonna get something new from Marvel, from the MCU. All the way to the end of the year.
Every single week?
Every single week.
Nah.
Yes, they said it. They announced it already.
Every single week?
Every single week, because think about the shows.
We
got Hawkeye.
Okay.
We've got What If. And then we have movies. We have Shang-Chi. We have The Eternals. We have Spider-Man.
Okay.
So it's like every single week starting August. I'm not sure when What If starts. But once What If starts, just expect a new Marvel thing every single day, every single week.
I will not complain.
Okay, this is another question I guess I should also ask next week when the guys are here. But do you think Marvel could end up like Star Wars, where they are putting too much out there that it's going to dilute everything?
There's always the norms or the normies, like a lot of people say, or the normal people who are not the sweaties, like I've read a comic book or two, or the really sweaties who like know the whole lore and everything. You know what I mean? Uh-huh. And then there's so there's one end of the spectrum to the other end of the spectrum, right? Well, anything, right. Star Wars, Masters of the Universe, that's another.
Oh, that's something that you wanted to. Like,
I do want to. I'm gonna watch it.
Yes, I need to watch it too, but next week.
And you could see it like. Last Jedi, you can see the reviews right now, what's going on with Master Universe, a lot of hate because of things or things that they think will happen, you know what I mean? Yeah. So in this situation, there's the norms that are just there for a good time, and then they could get lost in the actual little stories, Mm-hmm. And they're like, it's too much. It's hard to follow. Now it's getting complicated. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think right now is a very big potential for that right now. For Marvel and for DC, because they're gonna hit that Flashpoint thing, with the Flash movie. Mm-hmm. So,
but at least with DC, it's like a lot of these things couldn't be standalone, like Suicide Squad. That's gonna be like a kind of a standalone thing.
Maybe.
So that's where DC could win because it's standalone. But with Marvel, it's like you said, just so get in the rabbit hole of things.
It's like I said, like my boss Neil, he watched Loki, and he's like, well, he thought it was a piece of crap. He thought it was a piece of shit because he just didn't catch it. He just doesn't understand. He didn't understand. Well, so who's this guy that comes out at the end? We haven't even seen him. Who is he? We know because we've been reading he had the Kang colors.
Yeah.
We know that he was cast.
The Conqueror.
You know what I'm saying? We know. Mm-hmm. So it was more for the fans that less than the regular. Because honestly. To make a better coherent story, it should have been a variant Loki that was waiting for them.
Yeah, I really thought that Loki was running it all.
But they took a chance and did something for us, really, with that one.
Yeah.
With that,
I'm
worried.
Reveal. I'm worried for Marvel.
But I'm on the ropes. So I don't know. I like it. But especially the normies though. I don't know if a lot of them are with it.
Yeah, I had to explain
because
to some
if
friends
you have to go, if you have to go do research on something, then you're like, well. You watch something, right? And now you got to go to Google and do research of who's this guy and what's this? Some people don't like that.
Mm-mm.
Some people don't like that.
Yeah, like I said, I'm with you. I'm on the ride. I'm here to every single thing Marvel poster releases. I'm there. I'm watching it, but I'm nervous for their future.
We'll see
because it's getting deep.
It's gonna get dicey.
Because if you didn't watch the shows, and I said this last week that at the end credit of Black Widow when someone said, "Oh, I forgot she died," I was like, "Oh gosh!" And then some other girl and I watched it again, and then some other person in the theater said, "Oh wait, no," the guy with her said, "Have you seen, seen the WandaVision?" Because
because of the boner situation.
No, with the why can't I think of her name? From Seinfeld. Why can't I think of her name? Valentina.
Yes, Valentina. Yep.
Yeah, Valentina was in it, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, WandaVision," and the girl there was like, "Oh, I'm not watching the shows." So I'm like, "Are you excluding people now because they're not going to watch the shows?" Now it's getting really.
It gets to the point that's like it's gonna get to the point that you're watching the movies and just consuming the movies, and you're like, "Oh, who's this character?" And somebody's gonna tell you, "Oh, you didn't watch WandaVision."
Yeah, exactly. And then now I'm telling you, every single week you're gonna get something new from Marvel, and then you have to pay attention to that and see all the movies. Funny. It's gonna get intense. There's like homework now. It's just like
it's like homework.
It's like a freaking you're getting a degree on MCU.
Yeah. Well,
anyway, that's what I wanted to say about the whole Marvel
stuff. Let's hit some more rumor with our friends Mickey Sutton and our friends at geekositymag.com. Here's one. DC Films planning Batgirl versus Supergirl movie.
Did you see that they casted Batgirl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's she was in The Heights.
Yes.
She's excellent. She's in my world there, and she was a bachata Latina pop singer. Name's Leslie Grace.
Leslie Grace.
And she's an excellent person. I've met her in person multiple times.
You've met her?
Yeah.
Wow.
I even got
amazing.
a selfie with her and stuff. She's amazing.
Well, dang.
Yeah, she's great. She definitely deserves it. I've seen a lot of hate for the casting and stuff like that.
Everyone needs to shut up.
Yeah. So I reserve judgment. I would have liked to see me a traditional Batgirl, but not. I like the actress, so I'm here for it. You know what I mean? Yeah. To see what
do you mean by traditional?
The red haired.
Oh, okay. She can still have red hair.
Yeah, she can still do it. Yeah, I think it's gonna be great.
Oh yeah.
She's great.
That'd be fun. I could see that, but would it be do we think it would be the Supergirl from
I don't know.
CW?
I don't know if she has the chops to do action. This is her first time. She's she was in the Heights, and
No, I meant like the Supergirl.
Oh, the Supergirl is she's a Brazilian. The girl that was cast. I think they're using the same Supergirl that was cast from the Flash movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the different Supergirl from another universe.
I didn't see who.
I think that's what they're gonna go with. Yeah, I don't want to dive in there. Invite everyone to go read the actual scoop.
That's cool.
Whatever. And what else we got? Oh, here we go. He-Man will take spotlight in Master Universe Revelation. I'll let you take that for what you will.
I haven't watched anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it, and that's what they're complaining about. That the unmanned He-Man, the focus on the female characters in the show, stuff like that. And I got some strong opinions about that. Something. If you try and watch the original He-Man, and you'll be like, yeah, I can't watch this.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to. I'm gonna tell you right now, animation is a struggle for me.
So I don't know why. It's a lot deeper than just fans of the original IP. You know what I mean? I like a He-Man, but Jesus, those original cartoons are horrible, and you never got any backstory on any other people. They're just
it's just the main guy.
Yeah. So I think I'll enjoy this reboot thing, but I'll reserve judgment until I watch it.
It's Kevin Smith too, so
it's Kevin Smith.
You can go wrong, but
yeah, sure. Anybody can. Yeah, sure. Here, Zack Snyder's Netflix deal won't kill future DC work. Let you take that for what you will. Think money. Money talks, BS walks.
Yeah, if he has the time.
Here you go. Vincent D'Onofrio to reprise Daredevil role on Disney Plus Hawkeye.
Yes, that would be amazing.
I'm down for that.
I'm down.
I'm not even going to dive into that. That's some cartoons there. Man of Steel 2 and works with Henry Cavill returning.
No.
You think
I don't know if he's ever going to come back.
I think that could happen.
They burned the bridge.
Nah, he'll cash that. He'll cash that Superman. They get a good director and a good script. He's going to come take that check. He will. Daredevil's Charlie Cox possibly filming Spider-Man No Way Home. Apparently, he canceled a Comic-Con.
Because he was filming.
Yeah.
And it's right now is reshoots.
Yeah,
for Spider-Man.
It's reshoots for Spider-Man, yeah.
Well,
what do you
I
think?
think that kind of confirms that Charlie Cox is going to be in it.
That's some sweaty stuff for me. That's exciting stuff for me because I like the...
That is the only, Netflix Marvel show that I care to see in the MCU. I know you're saying Iron Fist and all that, but I think
Daredevil. Iron Fist wasn't that great. The first season was horrendous.
You want the character to return.
I like the character to
return. I should rephrase that, but
it's definitely worth saving. That's what I meant, or either recycling or rebooting or whatever you want to do with it. But it's definitely worth saving.
This is exciting though, and especially if Wilson Fisk, that's the one from Daredevil, let's say he is gonna be in Hawkeye. That's so exciting because seeing Spider-Man with Fisk, yes.
And that's originally a Spider-Man villain. So
that's why it's exciting.
Yeah. Marvel Studios lands Blade reboot lands director. I won't even dive into that yet. Let's see. Doctor Strange horror animated series in discussions for Disney Plus. So I think they're going to continue with the animated stuff after What If. They're going to continue.
Are we
with
sure
more.
they're going to go horror? Because the
who knows?
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness was supposed to be horror, and then they got rid of that director.
Who knows? It says discussion, so that's the important word. Remember, it's all about the phonics.
Thriller, maybe I see, but I don't know about horror.
Do you like Indiana Jones?
I do like Indiana Jones.
It's apparently artifact possibly leaked, and for the Indiana Jones 5. I'm not going to dive into that. Let you guys go to the website and read it. We already talked about this and all that stuff, and here you go. Shang-Chi actress Michelle Yeoh may have leaked Iron Fist in MCU.
No.
Yeah, she said some weird like he's gonna meet some person, some guardian of something.
But I mean, it makes kind of sense just because Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings, but we might be saying these big things. but it also might just be an Easter egg.
I think so.
You know what I mean? So it's like there's so much possibility.
I think so. The people from that city dress in those colors anyway. That's the whole thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like even the monks and everybody. So even a soldier would be in those colors. Mm-hmm. You know, from that ancient city, the
I'm excited for Shang-Chi.
Iron Fist city. I forget what it's called now. Shangri-La, is that what it's called? I forget now.
I don't remember.
I need like the Marvel encyclopedia here next to me all the time. All right, so that's it for the show today. It was just me and you, Micaela. Good time. Let's tell the guys to stay home.
The best show.
Just tell the guys to stay home. Don't. Congratulations to Joey Franchise. He's a dad now.
Congratulations! Yes. Wow, big days ahead. Years.
Yep. Congratulations to him. And don't forget, we will be at Tampa Bay Comic-Con. That is this Saturday. Come see us. Room 7. That's on the first floor. 7:30 p.m. Javier Lugo. We'll have Billy Young from Divas Entertainment. Hopefully the whole crew of Geek Culture Congress will be there, God willing. And I, of course, will be there. And moderating and trying to record it all at the same time. It's kind of the same thing I do here.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a good one. And we will see you Saturday. Yeah. And I think Monday we'll take a break because I think I will use the recording Monday and I'll play that live on the live show Monday. So if you miss it, don't worry. We will be live Monday with everything that happens at Tampa Bay Comic-Con right here on Checkpoint XP's Twitch channel. If you're listening to the audio version of this podcast, thank you so much for listening to us. Give us a comment, give us a like. Even if you don't like us, just hit the dislike thing twice, okay? Or
whatever you're feeling today.
Whatever you're feeling is fine. Just hit it twice, okay? And then if you have one of those smart speakers in your house, you can just tell it to play Geek Culture Congress podcast, and then we'll do it. 90% guarantee it, okay?
You can set it up to play it.
All right, guys. Have a good one. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Alto, thank you so much for hanging out with us all the way to the end, brother. We'll see you again next week, or see you Saturday at Tampa Bay Comic-Con. See you guys. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.